Okay, only this guy seems to be kind of a nuisance right now. The other guys are not really looking at anything. Oh, hold on, where are you going, man?
Aha.
I'm gonna place him here. Oh, I don't think he can even see this guy. Interesting.
Mine.
Can I just go straight up and murder him? Seems like I'm outside his cone of vision. Alright. Oh, wow. Just barely. Oh, well. You have definitely ample time to kill this guy, so
Leave it to me.
no worries. Now let's maybe use a cigarette pack to attract this guy's attention.
Aha.
We know he can see right about there, maybe, so could hide behind this wall. And sure enough, he wants the smokes as well.
Piece of cake. Okay. Good.
Now we've almost cleared the entire area. And this is key because we're gonna need to be able to operate freely in a lot of places here. Like that building is obviously the most critical for the mission. As I showed you during the objectives, we need to bring Mr. Smith in the basement to Radio HQ, and this is a very complex basement as well. You're gonna see we're gonna have to resort to some trickery to get through that. For now though, hold on. There's still one enemy here. Let's quickly go take care of him. Although, hold on, I think there's a guy here. Yeah, this one, we gotta pay attention to him.
Mine.
He might be able to see us. Now let's bring him to this body pile. Also, you cannot get to this guy right now. You'd think so. But if you pay attention, this entire area is sealed off by this stuff here. So you actually have to enter the building and exit through this second floor door. Go down in order to get this guy. So it's not as simple as you might think initially.
Piece of cake.
Unless we could use some cigarettes. I don't know, can we do that? You know what, let's quickly try, why not? You never know.
Done.
Let's see if he sees the cigarettes. He actually doesn't see that far. Now we can take care of him when the time comes though. No worries.
Okay.
Now let's go for this building. The important one.
I love this.
Hopefully we find a grenade in here as well. What is the supper? He's taking his time. Alright, now, yeah, this is the same situation with the first building. The door is locked, so we gotta have to enter with the with a thief first.
Yes.
Let's take a peek. Oh, that was the best possible time. Can quickly go punch this guy. Alright, now quickly go and
Yes.
open this door.
Yeah.
And as soon as he opens this door, we're gonna enter with a green beret.
Mine.
Kick this guy's butt.
Mine.
I'm gonna punch him because he's very close to the other enemies. I don't know if they can hear him. Probably not, but just to be on the safe side. Alright, nobody carries anything important, just making sure.
Done.
Now we're fine. It's been a long time since I made a hard save though, hold on. Fatal mistakes in strategy games, not saving often enough. Alright, now.
Here we are.
Come
Now
on.
let's go upstairs, I bet. This is going to be the trickiest part. There's one guy in here. Let's open... No, do not go out the window, man, Jesus. Just open the door. There's a guy coming in here, this guy. So I probably should wait for him to stop looking over here. I'm gonna place myself right next to the door. So as soon as he goes, we'll maybe throw the cigarettes over here. It's gonna take a long time smoking, I think, though. So you gotta be patient yet again. Oh, he's giving this guy the business. And there's an interrogation going on in the next room, as you can see. Our fellow sniper is being tortured. Man, he's smoking 2 cigarettes. Jesus, come on.
This is mine.
I might even have enough time
Leave
to
it to me.
punch this guy. I don't think that's a wise move, but we'll see. Oh, hold on, actually. Let me try a trick. Can I place him over here to attract the other guy's attention? Because he will see him, try to untie him. And then I can punch this guy. Otherwise, this guy is not attracted by cigarettes. That's my thinking process here. I could just take this body out and try to attract him by cigarettes, but I don't think this would work because he's an officer. So let's see if this trick works. It does sometimes. He will not sound the alarm until he checks out the situation. And also this guy is not dead yet, right? So it might just work.
Right away, sir. Good.
I believe we can murder everybody now.
Aha.
As well as this guy. Excellent. Free the sniper.
Yes.
And now let's see if we can find equipment for him. First of all, give him this sniper rifle, obviously. Let's see if there's anything else useful in here. Some bonus. Oh, there's something small here. Hold on. Well, you can get a gun, sure.
Okay.
Not very useful for the sniper, but still. Oh, and let's not forget the cigarettes, obviously.
Good.
Even more cigarettes, why not? You can never have too many. Let's see, is there anything else useful in this building? There's something down there.
Aha.
Yes.
Yeah.
Let's quickly go check it out. Well, we are gathering all the bonus books, which I'm not focusing on this playthrough, by the way. I think that's about it for this building. All right, now let's take care of the guy outside. This is what I was talking about earlier. You can exit through this door. Oh yeah, this is locked. Hold on. Mr. Thief, please unlock it for me. Alright, now let's go down here. Wait for this guy to come. He's not gonna turn the corner, if I remember correctly. He's just gonna stand right next to it. This is gonna be a pretty easy kill. Hopefully.
Leave it to me.
Alright, let's just take his body inside. Make sure nobody sees it from the other side of the shore. You never know.
Leave it to me.
Right, and at this point, actually, let's get down with the thief. You can see there is a sneaky little entrance there that takes us right into the basement.
I'm ready.
And just for reference, let me show you where that leads.
Aha.
So there is a basement in here. Let's quickly take a peek and see the situation. So you can see underneath us there is a guy exactly next to the ladder, right? This kind of makes it impossible to go down because I think he actually sees you while you're going down the stairs, down the ladder. So
Tell me.
the way to rectify that is go from here, inside here, and cause a distraction.
Yes.
I'll quickly show you. This is going to be very tight. As you can see, I came up right next to an enemy. There's like 4 enemies in this area. Nobody's looking at this little corner though, which is very fortunate for us. You can kind of see if you go down that ladder, this guy kind of sees you. You can see the end of his vision cone there swinging there. So what you have to do in order to take him out is cause a distraction. You can also loot this place here, but first let's see if we can take care of everybody.
I'm ready, sir.
I'm gonna have the supper, the green berry right next to this on the ready.
Tell me.
Now maybe let's use the mouse. I don't know how this is gonna go. I mainly need to distract this guy.
Okay.
Yeah.
Alright, now go down. Hopefully the mouse keeps them distracted long enough so that I can kill this guy. Come on. Oh, come on. Yeah, let's do that again.
Going there.
Huh?
I was just a split second too late.
Mine.
There you go. Alright, nobody can see in that corner, which is very fortunate, as you can see. Well, that's probably by design, right? So... And now this is another place where we could use a grenade, actually. I mean, I don't know if I want to get into a fight right now with these guys. Let's see if we can find something in here. Can unlock this. Nobody even notices me, which is kind of weird. I'm operating right in the middle of enemies. Oh, and we get just the codes here. Ah, we need that for something. That's a mission objective. Let me quickly check this out. Steal the radio codes from the safe. Yes, that's what we did. Didn't find any explosives though, which would uncomplicate the situation quite a lot in this case. Oh well, I bet we will be back at some point.
I was born for this.
You could also, if you come into trouble here, if you don't have any other tactics, you could just kill everybody, right? And do it this way.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that's not what I meant to do. Hold on. Should I do it this way just to show you? No, let's go with some more elegant solutions at some point. I'm gonna exit for now. Why doesn't he wanna exit? That's interesting.
Good choice.
Oh, I haven't chosen him. Okay, cool. We're gonna come back here at some point later.
Okay.
What is he doing? Come on, no. No, no, no. Where are you going?
Yes.
Man, the game is messing with me right now. Let's go.
No.
Now, let's get everybody down.
Yeah. Good.
I know for a fact there are some grenades on this level. That's why I'm delaying tackling that that position there. If we don't find anything, we're gonna brute force it. But for now,
Right away, sir.
let me actually take a quick look around the level, see if I can find a grenade somewhere, because I do remember them being somewhere around here. Alright, so guys, I found the grenades. Searching a bit, I missed them there inside this house.
Leave it to me.
Right on the ground floor, there is this box over here. You can see that's where you can find grenades and the gun for the... these are supposed to be for the supper, I guess.
Aha.
So now let's go back and put our original plan in motion. We have 2 grenades. One of them I can use for these guys over here. Could I actually just do it right now? Hold on, let me show you. There's a lot of guys bunched up here. It is kind of tedious to take them out with a cigarette pack. You can, it's better suited you take them out with a single grenade.
Right away, sir.
Tricky part is there's some soldiers down here. So, these 2 at least are gonna hear all about the explosion come up running. But the good part is you have an allied soldier here He's a sniper. He can take these guys kind of out.
Right away, sir.
Hold on. Don't move yet, Mr. Bear. You just have to hide for a while and he will take care of business as they go up and down the stairs, I think. So let's give the grenades to
Leave
the
it to
supper.
me. Okay.
Might as well get a gun, why not?
Phew.
And now,
Okay.
let's take care of these guys. I'm gonna chuck right in the middle.
Okay.
Now these guys, as I told you, they see them, but this sniper is gonna start taking them out. So you can see they didn't even make it up the stairs, which is, yeah, kind of the thing. Remember, you have some support during this missions. There's quite a lot of allied soldiers here, which you can take advantage of. But mainly this guy, he can help you clear this area if you ever need to. Like, you could chuck a strategy I could think of. You could chuck cigarettes in here and attract everybody's attention. They're gonna just stand up and run into this guy's fire line of sight. So yeah. In any case, now let's go for the second
I was
part
trained.
of the plan. We're gonna get him downstairs.
Tell me.
Let's get the thief again. The thief will run outside. Actually, hold on. I don't think we even need the thief for this one. What am I talking about?
Yes. Uh-huh.
I think the supper on his own can take care of everybody here. Let's just make sure he can chuck the grenade at a spot where everybody gets hurt.
That's it.
Excellent. And this is how you clear this room as well. So 2 grenades. Make good use of them.
I was trained for this.
We'll come back to this room later. For now, let's go back up and try to actually save Mr. Smith, which is our main mission anyway.
All ready, sir.
Now everybody come out. Where is my thief? Still up there. Come on, Mr. Thief. Alright, good time for a hard save. Alright, and now crossing the bridge, I guess. Now comes the, there is some trickery involved here.
I'm ready.
I'm gonna take the green berry, the thief, and the supper, because the supper has... Does he have the tools? Oh, interesting. I guess the green berry still has them.
It's done.
The mine detector is used if you're gonna go down that route and
No problem.
try to cross the river, but it's not really worth it, in my opinion. Now, you could just as easily... You have to cross the bridge anyway, so... Alright, the supper job is done.
Here we are.
Let's bring the other 2.
Uh-huh.
As one of the Germans seems to be panicking for some reason. Alright, now, let's look at the situation here. We have this guy,
Yes.
who's obviously not allowing us to cross. He is quite close though, so we could just as well go in and kill him right away. Problem being, this guy is looking at him. Right, so we're gonna take care of this guy maybe. Or we could just, let's see, could that work without distracting this guy? Quite curious. Gonna go right up to the edge.
Uh-huh.
And try to kill him, I guess. Straight up. This guy is probably gonna notice, but it doesn't really matter. Alright, now this guy. Now we need to distract this guy. I'm gonna get
Right away,
the
sir.
green berry right up to the edge of his vision. And I'm gonna bring in Lupin and use his mouse. Now he turns away, but he doesn't turn away for a large enough amount of time so that the green berry can approach him. Remember, we cannot run because this guy is looking at this section, so we gotta go crouched. So the way I prefer to do this is use the mouse. I'm gonna place the mouse maybe over here, because if you place the mouse here, this guy is gonna turn around and look at you. You don't want that happening either. See, now both guys are distracted. Now this guy is gonna turn around the other way. It's not gonna be a problem, I hope. Yes, excellent. can't safely just kill him. You're inside a war zone. Killing enemies, well, people will notice it, but they will not come running because you're in a war and, well, nobody wants to cross into the line of fire and such. Alright, and now we kind of cleared this side of the building. We should be safe to enter it. Let's see, can this guy see? Oh, he can actually see up these stairs.
Good choice, Colonel.
Can Lupin enter through the windows? I don't think he can. Alright, so we're gonna need to cause a distraction yet again. Hold on. Let's maybe have everybody looking at this side. Alright, now, quickly, Mr. Lupin. Go up here. Excellent. And he can enter through this crack. This little crack in here is our way in. Alright. And now we're in Allied territory. You can see we have two friendlies here. A doctor and Mr. Smith himself. You need to heal Mr. Smith, obviously. Yes. It's part of the mission. He's gonna stand up. Right, and now me and Mr. Smith.
Yes.
We are going to exit simply through the front door. There is a section here. You can go underground. But this leads out to an underground, underwater, rather, tunnel. And Mr. Smith cannot swim, right? So, unfortunately, you cannot go that way. Let's bring everybody close to the door. I could actually cause a distraction. Let me see, I haven't tried this tactic, but maybe... Maybe if I look outside the window and use my mouse. Oh, they can see me though, hold on. It's not a clever move. Yeah, he can see me there as well. Hold on, let's load.
That wasn't hard.
Although, hold on, let me see. Like, usually what I do is I exit this door, I take a few hits, but it's not enough to kill me. But I'm thinking, let's try something different. I'm gonna make up a strategy as I go. Actually, you know what? No, I was thinking of causing a distraction with some other enemy.
That's
it's gonna take a bit too long though, so maybe... Yeah, let's just exit through here. Quickly go down. Alright, and I think we're both safe and sound. We didn't even get hit once. This guy usually takes a few pot shots at you, but not enough to kill you, like 1 or 2 at the most. Alright, now we need to escape with Mr. Smith, which we're gonna do through the bridge, yet again. Let's bring everybody here. This guy is the one we're trying to avoid, remember. Mr. Lupin should use his mouse again. Let's have everybody looking at this spot.
We're ready.
Alright, now everybody move quickly, please.
Let's go.
The green beret is very slow, man. Jeez, I didn't know that. Look at him go. Or actually, look at him not go. Alright, and we should be very close to ending this mission now. Now let's bring everybody. I think we can actually safely stand up. Let's bring everybody in. Everybody can go down now that we've cleared the area. And Mr. Smith can do his thing. Alright, go on, Mr. Smith.
Der Feind setzt das Feuer fort.
Oh, hold on. We haven't stolen the codes from the safe yet. Let's quickly do that.
Yep.
And as soon as we do that, I bet we will be able to complete the mission. Yes, we get the green check mark there, still the radio codes.
Yes,
and now,
sir.
Mr. Smith, and the mission.
I'm glad to hear you're well.
And that is the mission. Moving on to the next one.